I think I could never see such beauty that is within me. Many wonder, many think, but I can disappear with just a blink. Dark eyes and bruises, lesser wins and many loses. Easy come and easy go. People talk like rivers flow.
I used to be very insecure. Why couldn't I be pretty like them? Why couldn't I be smart like them? Why couldn't I be talented like them? I kept on complaining on how people seemed to be higher than me. I hated looking at the mirror. I lost appetite in eating that I eventually lost weight. More and more weight. One day, under the bright sky, I stumbled upon different people. As I was looking at them, I asked, why couldn't I be happy like them? And suddenly, a realization hit me. I couldn't be happy like them because I kept on looking at my flaws. I was too harsh at myself. Befriend yourself. That was what I learned. You couldn't be happy and be physically well if your mind kept on messing with your well-being. Be kind to yourself. Befriend it.
Have you ever had that sense of accomplishment that you think you deserve an award or at least a pat on the back? Invigorating, isn't it? Being proud of yourself can give meaning to what you do and how you live your life. Which is why it is so important to celebrate yourself whenever you've achieved something, no matter how big or small it is. However, pride in oneself doesn't come naturally. It can be a struggle, especially if we have low self-esteem, that we keep on comparing our progress on other people. But we must not forget that noticing the tiny steps that we take can actually make our hardships worthwhile. And so being proud of yourself doesn't mean you're selfish. Taking pride in oneself does not necessarily mean to being egoistic. It doesn't mean that we are looking down on others and we feel like we are in the top of the world. The thing is, it's up to you, to us, what we feel the most proud of. There are no rules about what qualifies as a success or an achievement, and maybe it's not even those that make you feel the most pride. Sometimes, especially if we feel like a bit blah, the thing we're proud of could simply be getting out of the bed and carrying on our own life. Sometimes, it's the littlest things that can make us feel proud of. Be proud of yourself.
I am a night person. From high school up until college, I preferred to do all my assignments, review the lessons, and study my notes at around 11 p.m. and go to sleep at almost 2 a.m. I found that my brain is much more active and I felt like much more motivated during nights than days. Not until my energy and my blood level begins to decrease and I begin to have a headache for almost every day, which also affect my menstrual period and my mood and my focus and also my relationship to other people. Enduring Facing the consequences of my action makes me realize that I love my life and I want to live longer. Therefore, I change my lifestyle. I set myself a daily goals, a healthy routine, like do an exercise in the morning, avoid coffee, and eat more nutritious foods. Remember this, don't ignore your health. Set a healthy routine and make a good habit for your overall health.
I have always been so jealous, perhaps envy the beauty of others, aim towards the falsified standard of society which ranks my self-relationship. I have always been a grouch over how I look, write, or even speak. I'm anxious because I overthink everything, which causes me to starve myself every time I get upset, and that almost every day. It activates my acid reflux that even drinking water makes me vomit, and I nearly get an ulcer. My daily routine was completely disorganized, unproductive, unhealthy at all. Why? That day, I had a lot of whys running through my mind. One day I woke up wondering why I am feeling like this, why I am so dissatisfied. Why does it feel like I am deprived of my liberty? That day, I realized I needed to make a difference, day by day, one step at a time. I changed my destructive behaviors into healthy ones, like taking a bath in the morning instead of in the evening, drinking more glasses of water rather than cups of coffee, and plan my day ahead than saying I'll do it tomorrow. One thing for sure I have learned, jealousy and envy don't give us the freedom and genuine happiness, but letting go of discontentment will.
I used to be addicted to online games, spending most of my time from noon to dawn playing Mobile Legends and other online games. As a result of my addiction, I have lost some weight and developed a poor eyesight due to lack of rest and exposure from the UV radiation. It affected my mental and physical health. It also created a barrier to my social life and daily activities until it made me realize that I needed to stop wasting my time on useless activities and start prioritizing my own health. I've changed my lifestyle and daily routine to include things like exercising 2 to 3 times a week, drinking lots of water, and eating nutritious food. It's fine to enjoy our lives by doing and eating whatever we want. We must exercise control over what we eat and do in order to maintain good mental and physical health.
Hi, you must know how to value and assess yourself. If you know how to value and assess yourself, definitely you'll become the stronger version or the real version of you. Why? I can definitely prove that based with my experience. Now, what I did when I got depressed last time is that I talked to myself in front of the mirror and wonder, who am I? Or who I am? In a sense that, in a context, I believed in myself that I am worth to be loved. And I am better more than anyone else. But not to brag about myself, but I'm not competing with others as well. What I am competing with is that with myself. Okay? Understand that you are against your old self. But if you know that, definitely you'll improve. Once that improvement has become or became a reality, well, definitely you'll become the stronger version of you. And always remember, love, assess, and have the faith for yourself.
Why is it okay to fail? Mistakes are proof that you are trying, and failing doesn't always means failure. I know that sometimes things don't go as planned, and that is perfectly fine. Failure simply means there is something to be learned or another direction to be taken. So don't be hard on yourself. I fail a lot too. I fail as a son, a brother, a friend, and even in school. And every time I do not do well, it is heartbreaking and frustrating. There are times before that I punish myself for not being good enough. I forced myself not to eat even when I am hungry. I just isolated myself in my room, not taking a bath nor going out, and even simply turned on the lights in my room. I was torturing myself physically and mentally for overthinking that I will never be good enough, no matter how hard I try, to the point that I compared myself in someone else's achievements and made me just useless failure. How did I look after myself during my recovery? I began to open my window, switch on the light, and tidy my belongings in bed. I shaved my facial hair and got a haircut after taking a bath. I ate on time and healthy foods and drank some water. I began this simple task. First and foremost, I began to focus on my physical well-being. I started from the beginning. These simple actions I took were just part of our normal daily routine that I neglected to do before when I was struggling, yet they've proved to be greatly beneficial.
Looking back 12 years ago, I can fully take a grasp of how I went from a very timid, insecure kid to a confident, sociable teenager. Believe it or not, I was once one of the highlights of our class during my grade 2 days, and it is not because of anything that could be called pleasant, but actually the opposite. The main point here is me being unaware of the actions that I didn't notice affect my facial features. I'm not that good at remembering, but a very faint memory of myself is that I was this short, dark, big-eyed kid, often getting teased because of the color of my skin and the size of my eyes. I don't know how to fix myself, and I end up hating everything I am, always looking at others as always better than I am. I don't know if my eagerness as a child to always play outside under the blazing sun and went swimming with my friends to what I've realized now is a dirty pond added to those situations. In those days, I know nothing about proper hygiene, and I've experienced first-handedly the consequences. But what I've learned in this ongoing journey so far is that we are all created unique. However, we are only stewards of this body, so we must take care of everything given to us. What I'm developing right now is my self-awareness, which includes taking a bath at least twice a day, brushing my teeth, and having enough rest. We must understand that every action has a direct or indirect consequences. And the second and last thing I've learned is that we must appreciate what we have and not compare ourselves with others. We are unique in our own way, as written in the Bible, and I quote, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well." This is stated in Psalms 139 verse 14. And this realization helped me overcome insecurities and gave me the key on how to live life to the full.
We have problems. All of us do. Each one of us has a different story in life, and we have our own struggles to face. That is why we have to remember this.
Control over on what we eat and do.
Free yourself from overthinking.
Assess and evaluate yourself.
Set a healthy routine.
Befriend yourself.
Live life to the fullest.
And failing doesn't always mean a failure.
Be proud of yourself.
Breathing out. Breathing in. Life is slowly coming in, a step by step for us to go. May we find stillness